Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by TradingAcademy.com. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. My name is Josh Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today. Once again, on this brisk, cold week, temps have cooled down, but the stock market continues to stay hot, and I still have my hot friend. He's just toasty today in his sweatshirt. Once again, Mr. Al Connickson on the show here today. Al, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. I think I can safely say now that summer is over.
So summer is over, but
we missed it again, Josh.
We missed it again, but you know what? We still have the opportunity to have a bright day. We always have an opportunity to be positive. We always have an opportunity to smile.
Yeah, there's always something to look forward to as long as the market's open, and it's open most of the time.
Well, you kind of stole my thunder there, Al,
Sorry.
because that's what we're going to talk about here today is the opportunities in the market, no matter which way this direction goes. We're seeing, obviously, down markets, and we're going to cover that, but our sponsor, TradingAcademy.com, 26 years teaching people just like you to engage and help you get into these financial markets. If you're brand new or if you've been trading and investing for many, many years and looking for more consistency, we have education and content on that. We'll be talking about a free investing class. We'll be giving away seats to a little bit later. But Al, with the markets and the opportunities that they're showing this past, we'll say since July, markets are now in a downtrend,
right,
especially on a daily chart, which does not sit too well with investors that are just holding and hoping for the long term. And that was the key word, is hoping for the long term. So with these markets that are dropping, we've seen a drop now since July of, and I'm looking at the S&P 500 right now, of about 10%. Now, that doesn't mean that if an investor has $10,000 or $100,000, they've lost roughly $10,000 in a couple months. Mm-hmm. Now, that's not good for people that want to be able to get to the promised land, which is that retirement time, the golden years of retirement. And they don't want to be spending their golden years at the golden arches. So that being said, Al, what are you doing right now to help people make smart and confident decisions, even as these markets are taking a little drop?
Well, maybe one of the most important things I can say is learn to disregard all the stuff that you hear, because people start to make decisions based on what they think should happen in the market, based on maybe what's happened in the past, or just their own opinion, and that your opinion really doesn't matter. The market's going to do what it's going to do, and I think the problem is that most people overthink things. That's kind of the art of creating problems that don't even exist, and it just causes stress, and people end up getting discouraged, and they just basically stop trading. So
and that's what we talked about at the beginning, is we talking about everything is positive. Even though it's cold out now, there are beautiful things we can do at this time.
Well, and sometimes I guess because we've been doing this so long, we kind of take things for granted. When the market's going down, we don't look at that as a bad thing. We don't get depressed or upset because the market's going down. We just look at it as a way of benefiting in a different direction.
Yeah, there's strategies to profit as markets go down.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we teach people when they come into these classes. One of the things that we really concentrate on is not just participating in an up market, basically the long side of the market, but it's how to benefit when the market goes any direction, whether it's up, down, or sideways. And what we've been seeing, Josh, you mentioned that this market has been turning south, so to speak. I think a lot of people after 2022, when they lost maybe 20 to 40 or 50% of what they had in the market, they got really discouraged. And then when this year started out, the market was looking pretty good. People started feeling good, and then the rug was dragged out from underneath them. So that shouldn't be what happens. You should be able to have the knowledge and the skills to be able to participate in any direction in these markets. And this is what I think I've been seeing a lot, Josh. Maybe you have too when you've been speaking to people, but we're getting a lot of business owners and executives, high-level executives coming into these classes who say that basically they had been too busy to really kind of take control of their assets or be active in the markets, and they just entrusted their assets to a financial advisor. And in 2022, a lot of these people lost We're talking about a lot of them in the six-figure, $300,000, $500,000 that were lost in 1 year.
And it's happening again right now.
It's happening again, and I think what is driven home now is how long it takes to build up a portfolio and then how quickly it can be taken away. That's what this market can do. So how do you avoid that? Well, the number one thing you have to avoid is having a big loss. We show you how to protect your assets. Risk management is the number one thing that we teach our students. And as long as you know how to manage risk and make sure that anytime you're wrong, you get out right away, just look at that as being a trade that didn't work. And instead of staying in that thing, just hoping that it comes back, all the good trades and potential investments that are out there are passing you by. So that risk management is a huge part of what we teach.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because people think, I'm just too busy, so I'm going to trust, quote unquote, trust somebody else to dictate their financial future. Which, boy, that just doesn't sound very good. Okay, Al, I'm going to give you several $100,000s, maybe millions of dollars, and you know what? Get me to retirement, and I want to retire at a certain time. And you're going to just say, well, the market will dictate that. But you're not going to really tell me that. You're going to say, we're going to do this and this, make me feel really good. And then as market drops, which we've been seeing in the last few years, and now again these last couple months, people say, I wish I would have done something different. But you're never too busy. It's what you allocate your time to, right? So that's one of the opportunities that the markets give you. Is there are opportunities, and I want to make sure I just clarify this. It's to have a passive strategy, and that can be misleading or mistaken. But there are strategies that are technically more of a passive route into the market by doing it yourself. And we talk about those strategies, what those are, what you can do and fit into your life. That way you're not stuck to just hoping to get to that promised land, which is those golden years of your life, which is the retirement time. So, Al, you talked about an investing class that we do here locally, and you teach a lot of these.
Right.
And you've been seeing, as you mentioned, a lot of executives, a lot of high, what did you call it?
High-level executives, business owners.
Yeah, and if you're one of those people that you're concerned about that stuff and you feel like you're too busy, well, why not check it out? Check out and see what your opportunities are, see what your options are, and see what you can do and have the ability to do with different accounts, whether it's a regular trading account, a retail account, or a investment account, 401k, IRA. It might be just worth your time, just those 2 hours. So come into one of these classes, check it out. You can come in by going straight to our website, which is otamin.com. That's OTAMINN.com, and you can register there. You can pick your own date, or you can text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. So that's go to otamin.com, OTAMINN.com, or text investing to the number 210. Al, coming up next, I want to talk about those opportunities with stocks that are happening right now, even as these markets drop. But also about a little class that I taught last week and some of the things that were brought up in that, just to go over that. We will be right back.